Han Li, who calls himself the #1 swordsman in the Southern Heaven, has used many swords. What are the powers of each one? And how did he acquire them all? Hello everyone, in this video, we'll discuss 3 divine swords used by Han Li. First and foremost, we must mention the Azure bamboo becloud sword. It can be said to be Han Li's most important treasure besides the little green bottle. This sword is not only his most frequently used and most comfortable weapon, but also his old companion who accompanied him from the mortal realm all the way to the immortal realm. In the mortal realm, Han Li was able to hold his own against demonic cultivators and ghost cultivators precisely because of the evil repelling divine lightning contained within this sword. In the spirit realm, before he had fully mastered the Brahmas and true demon art, he also relied on the 2-sword formation set up by this sword to fight against powerful enemies. After ascending to the immortal realm, the Azure bamboo becloud sword further helped him dominate the true immortal realm. Therefore, the Azure bamboo becloud sword holds extraordinary significance for Han Li. When Han Li was in the foundation establishment stage, he fortuitously obtained a book containing the complete Azure origin sword manual from Li Huiyuan, learning the method of forging this sword, and he had longed for it ever since. Later, after the Battle of Kuaishing Island, Han Li obtained a section of heavenly thunder bamboo from Zi Ling, finally successfully forging 72 Azure bamboo becloud swords. However, at this time, the Azure bamboo becloud swords were not particularly powerful, mainly due to the short cultivation time. But their inherent evil-repelling divine thunder properties gave Han Li a significant advantage when fighting against demonic and ghostly cultivators. After entering the nascent soul stage, in order to set up the Great Gung sword formation in the Azure origin sword manual, Han Li collected Ging metal from several powerful figures in Tiannan and incorporated it into the swords. With the addition of Ging metal, the Azure bamboo becloud swords reached their peak in both sturdiness and sharpness. Combined with the Great Gung sword formation, fighting enemies of higher levels was almost effortless. Later, Han Li, at the mid-nascent soul stage, traveled to the Lesser Extreme Palace in search of the mysterious ice flower. Along the way, he obtained the 10,000-year mysterious jade, which he then refined into swords, bringing the quality of each sword close to that of a low-grade imitation spiritual treasure. However, upon entering the spirit realm, many of the materials he had previously added became impurities, limiting the power of the sword formation. Following Qing Yuan's advice, Han Li reforged the Azure bamboo becloud swords, restoring their pure wood attribute and endowing them with supernatural abilities such as sword spirit transformation and sword heart communion. After ascending to the immortal realm, Han Li used the 72 Azure bamboo becloud swords to absorb the sword essence of the lifeless sword C in the candle dragon path, further increasing their power. Later, in the Grey Realm's Fiend Pool, he comprehended the laws of lightning, elevating the swords to immortal artifacts. Finally, in the Thunder Pool, he borrowed the Eye of Thunder Kuei left behind by the Thunder Dao ancestor, further upgrading the Azure bamboo becloud swords to a 3rd-grade immortal artifact. At this point, the Azure bamboo becloud swords, with only 72 sword spirits, could easily set up that heaven-reaching sword formation. At the final body banquet, Han Li used this sword in conjunction with the Brahmas and true demon art to completely annihilate the final boss, Jiyu Huijin. Such growth potential and combat power make it arguably the best of Han Li's swords. Next, we'll discuss the Blood Demon Sword. For Han Li, at the early nascent soul stage, this is undoubtedly his trump card. This sword was originally a demonic weapon that spread from the demon realm to the human realm. Normally, only demons can wield it. If a human were to forcibly use it, they would consume a large amount of their essence blood, and over time, they might be corrupted by demonic energy, becoming a puppet. The novel doesn't explicitly state the Blood Demon Sword's rank. It's like an ancient treasure that can be stored within the body, yet like a magical artifact that cannot be nurtured. However, as long as one is willing to pay the price of essence blood, anyone at any cultivation level can unleash its terrifying power. The sword, only a few inches long, swells dramatically when activated with essence blood, turning completely blood red and radiating a chilling aura. On his return journey from Tsankuan Shangren's cave to Tiannan, Han Li rescued several cultivators besieged by Mulan sorcerers. From one of them, he learned that Nangong Wan was about to be married, so he rushed to the Yang Yu sect. To take Nangong Wan away, he fought his senior sister, ultimately joining forces with Yin Yu to defeat them and seize the Blood Demon Sword. After obtaining the sword, Han Li was well aware of its dangers and rarely used it, only forcibly wielding it in desperate situations like the fallen Demon Valley. Even Xueyan was astonished, wondering if he was human or demon. Later, Han Li refined his second nascent soul into the Wood Spirit Infant, and to enhance its power, he entrusted the Blood Demon Sword to it. Until the end of the human realm arc, the second nascent soul developed its own consciousness and, to escape Han Li's control, self-destructed the deadly sword. Finally, there is the Shenchen Shanling sword, arguably Han Li's most famous divine weapon. It ranks third on the Chaos Myriad Spirits ranking in the Spirit Realm, a top-tier existence containing the law of destruction. In the Spirit Realm arc, Han Li used it to almost sweep away all powerful enemies, making it arguably his strongest trump card. Back then, the righteous and demonic factions of Tiannan obtained a withered section of the Shenchen Immortal Vine near the Mulan grassland. Shenchen items are top-tier treasures in any realm. The righteous and demonic factions tried every means to revive it, even seizing the Divine Tree Elixir from the Yumeng 3 clans, but to no avail. Ultimately, they could only divide the vine equally. The Righteous Alliance leader, Jiang Shangren, received a section of the root. Later, the Mulan people launched a large-scale invasion. Jiang Shangren, to invite Han Li to participate in a border war, offered the vine as payment, thus the Shenchen Immortal Vine fell into Han Li's hands. Han Li tried everything to revive it, using 10,000-year-old spiritual liquid and green liquid, all to no avail. It wasn't until he advanced to the nascent soul stage that he had a flash of inspiration and tried watering it with rejuvenating yang water, which actually revived the vine and produced a fruit. Han Li smuggled the fruit into the spirit realm, continuing to irrigate it with the green liquid. Finally, after absorbing a large amount of the heavenly creation dew, the fruit transformed into the Shenchen spirit-slaying sword. Similar to the Blood Demon sword, Han Li dared not use the sword lightly after obtaining it. Shenchen treasures require a cultivation level of at least Mahayana to fully control. Insufficient cultivation can lead to backlash. After his first use, his cultivation level plummeted from refining void to nascent soul. Before advancing to Mahayana, Han Li only used the Shenchen spirit-slaying sword 4 times, the first time when his cultivation level dropped drastically during the battle against the Horned Kai clan and the Sea King clan, the second time when fighting against a nascent soul stage spirit clan member in the Demon Gold Mountains, the third time during his adventure in the Guanghan realm, and the 4th time when he entered the Demon realm to slay enemies. Without the Shenchen spirit-slaying sword, Han Li would likely have perished long ago. After advancing to Mahayana, Han Li was finally able to fully control the sword, often using it in conjunction with the Brahma-sent true demon art. Its power was so great that even true spirits were no match for it. Unfortunately, when he ascended to the immortal realm, the Shenchen Zhongling sword could not withstand the power of the heavenly lightning and broke, thus ending the life of this destructive divine weapon. That's all for this episode. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and support it. See you next time. Bye bye.